Hello, everyone. I hope you are rocking in this range. It's a very hard range to trade, but this is an educational video. I'm gonna talk about a bit about risk management, what tools I use to to journal my trades, and how can you become better at making a living out of this. Um, basically if you are at the beginning of your trading journey, this stuff here, you can just ignore it. These lines probably don't make sense to you, or any something like that. So um, just kind of ignore what's on this chart. Let me put a clear chart. Maybe that will help you. Oh, nice. This is a recording from yesterday. For some reason, it didn't work, but now you have to decide, what kind of trader do you want to be. Do you want to be a scalper or slash intraday trader? So basically, you have a few trades a day. Uh, well, the advantage of a scalping intraday trader is that you will have a higher return, but be mindful that you'll also have a higher drawdown, because you'll have to take risk, um, a higher risk than a swing trade. I prefer a mix of these two. It because this is my job. But let's say this one, the scalper, is more suited for, um, let's say, if you're a student and you want to make some side hustle, then you should definitely go for something like this. But if you have a busy life and you cannot be on the charts every day, this is not also, but it's more for people like having flexible jobs, right? So if you are able to trade a session, then that's good. But if you have a 9 to 5 job, then you kind of need to look a bit on the higher time frames, from weekly to 1 hour. Um, and for the scalpers, it's from 1 hour to 1 minute. I personally use 1 minute and 5 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, and the daily and weekly. These are this is what I'm doing. um, if you just start, I highly recommend, if you have some spare money, let's say if you have money that you really don't use, they're just sitting there and you don't care about them. uh, for argument's sake, let's say you have $1,000, right? uh, I think I think the best way to learn the psychology behind the trading is to start trading with a live account. If you cannot afford it, then it's okay. You can start with a demo account, and do maybe like, uh, but make put a realistic amount like $10,000. Don't put like 1 million or something like that, because you probably don't have that kind of money, right? So just trade with a realistic amount. So if you have this $1,000 that you want to spare, this will give you a bit of advantage, a psychological advantage over the demo trading, because this is where you will kind of learn how to manage your risk, right? But if you want to manage your risk properly, even if you're at the beginning, I really don't care if you just opened your first trading account today. You will need a trading journal, right? This one, I just made an example. This is something that I use. If you are like good with Excel and stuff like that, then you can definitely make something really cool out of it. Maybe do like some equity curve. Personally, I don't use it because I just put in my account on my FX book, and I see all the data that I'm trading, right? But I do input manually all my trades, is because I have around 15, let's say to 30 trades in a month, if I have those. If not, then it's perfectly fine. um Basically, this is the date when you open the trade, the time, and the closed uh, time and date. For argument's sake, let's say this is a 100K account. You'll reach 0.25 per trade, and so on. I will share this with you. You can direct message me, or I don't know, maybe I'll just try to put a link on YouTube, see if TradingView allows me to do it. But it's very, very important to kind of write your strategy, your reasons for entry and for closing. See here, let's say I had the take profit uh, here, and I closed it earlier, right? I just say de-risked, and this is the trade. You can copy the screenshot from TradingView. I think it's a very, very, very good tool for you to help you. And I think you also have some notes in TradingView. You can use those. I think that's a really cool feature. I wrote the mood. It's very, very important to write down your mood, because you will notice that whenever you're tired or angry, uh, you will see that your losses mount up, right? um, it's it's just in our human nature that we are not performing very well when we're tired, angry, or stressed, or whatever we have in our real lives, right? So we don't perform well. It's normal. That's why when you need to take a break, if you have like a bad mood for a longer period of time. In terms of automated journals for crypto, I worked with EdgeSheet. It's very, very good. For forex, you can go with EdgeWonk and TraderSync. I think this is very. These two are very, very good. EdgeWonk is very nice. TraderSync, I think it's more advanced. In terms of useful links where I get my information, I use forexlive.com. I think it's like a poor man's Bloomberg terminal. Um, Basically, you can set up alerts. You sign in here, and if you are basically a mechanical trader, I highly recommend you that every day to look at the important events, right? Um, but otherwise, if there is not an event, then you really don't care about fundamentals, right? I personally use both fundamental and technical analysis. Some don't. Some use only fundamental. Some use only technical. It's up to you what you want to use. There is no right or wrong way. Um, but it's very important to be aware of high impact news. And today and tomorrow is gonna be very, very, very crazy. Like four central banks speaking in the same in a two-time day time frame. So um, this is where I get my information. I do have some. If you want to, if you don't know how to trade the sessions and you don't know the market hours, you can use this link, and it will convert. You can just select your time zone, and then it will convert that time to the session, right? If you just start and you see this video for your first time, this is where you want to start learning forex. And if there are like terms that you don't understand, like what's an NFP or a treasury yield bond, or let's say ISM manufacturing, you can find everything on Investopedia. You can also ask more. You can ask traders that are having more experience in the market, and they can answer your questions. These are some people that I follow. I think Macro Alf is free. It's is he's not charging anything. David, he's a very good analyst and shares some really cool stuff. This is like a Bloomberg terminal. You have also stocks. I think he has also a Discord group where you can put pop-up alerts if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Nick is a very experimented trader, especially in bonds. So these are some people that I follow. I really enjoy reading the stuff that they're posting. Sometimes they're shit posting, but it's part of their business, right? So it's very nice to have all this kind of information, right? um, in terms of like risk management, as I told you, if you have $1,000, your risk should always be let's say 0.05. That's 5%, no, sorry, 0.5% risk, right? So you get like a $5 stop loss. And this way, even if you have like you can have like 100 failed trades, right? So you will lose only um $500 if you have like 100 losses in a row. But this is something that even if you're if even if you just press buy or sell, at some point you will hit uh, like some good trades. um yeah, in term, yeah, that's what I say. Like this is just so you can learn, because your equity curve should be something like this. I will show you. It should be something like this. That's what you want to see. That's your equity curve. If you don't know what an equity curve is, then you can just go on Investopedia. Basically, it's your gains in percentages. um, yeah, I prefer to use percentages in here. Some people use R's. You can use that also. I think that's a really good thing. But your equity curve should not be like this, right? It should never be like that. It should be nice and steady. I can tell you that the trading journey takes time. You cannot learn everything in a year. Let's say you're just like a boxer, right? You start off in a gym, you like it, then you go into the amateur competition and so on until you become a pro. It takes time. Besides all these things, I highly recommend to you to write down some thoughts. This is what I do. I write like a small thesis, so to say, about the markets, the assets that I'm trading. It's mostly because sometimes I hate like when the chart is overcomplicated. So that's why I have different charts with different levels and for different time frames. That's why you see here more Bitcoin charts, and here you will see like all these assets. The ones that have the most, I trade them the most. I highly recommend to you that you focus on a few assets, because with those because understanding price action on a few assets, it will give you an edge. So you will you'll become better, much more better at trading that certain asset. So um, of course, and it's much more easy to manage a few assets than like 100 assets, right? So I can share this with you also, no problem. Yeah, you can just look at it and see what I wrote here. Maybe it will help you, or you can use pen and paper. I think there was something called Notion. Yeah, this one is very good also if you're more into tech, right? I am old fashioned. I prefer to write down stuff. If you want to calculate your profits and risk management, just use a calculator. My FX book has a really good one. I use this one. It's the first one that I popped here, and ever since I used it. But with experience, I kind of like know my risk in terms of like I don't need to calculate it. I will just do it by my hand. So that's pretty much about like what I use to have an edge in the market. And also, if you get bored, I'm not gonna show you how to do it in Excel. You'll have to figure that one yourself, because I don't have enough time to kind of explain. So if you go to investing.com or other website, just go to historical data, pull out the daily time frame, and if you download this and you put it, make some statistics basically, and you'll notice like each Monday when I think it was the fourth here. Each Monday, Bitcoin has a tendency to go up, and on Tuesday to come down. So if you just it's a lot of work. So basically, you need at least 2 3 years of data to kind of make it work. But I think you can do it. I forgot with pivots in Excel, so it should be very easy. Um, this is like this is like your homework when you don't have anything to do, and if you think that you don't have anything to do, there is a lot of things to do. Also, you can read books. I highly recommend you this book. It's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. It's an old book, but it's very nice. If you don't have this book in a well, reading format, I can just give it to you if you want it. Um, Otherwise, just be mindful of what kind of trader do you want to be. Focus on consistency. Don't think about the money. Think more about like the success and the ability of overcoming your demons and facing adversity. I think at the end of the day, this is just a business, but it's more about the success story than the money. The money comes after you learn through trial and error. It's a lot of sweat, blood, and tears to become a very good trader. I can say that I'm mediocre, but I am very happy with my results. I transitioned 2 years ago to full time trading, and I think that was a very important change in my life. And on the next lesson, I will be talking about leading and lagging indicators and what drives the market. I'm not going to talk so much about the yields because it's not a subject that I know very well, but I will explain some stuff. So I hope you enjoy and have a great week and stay safe because the feds are today.